everybody! Thank
Hello.
you so much for being here. We have another exciting announcement coming in today's video. We announced not all that long ago that we are expecting baby number 3. I don't know how we got to this point in life where we're already happening, but it is. We know that the due date is October 28th, and as of right now, I'm 16 weeks. The day this video gets posted tomorrow, I'll be 17 weeks along.
Already just flying by.
And we've done our announcement video. I did a vlog kind of wrapping up the whole first trimester. And now we have another very exciting tidbit of information to share, which is whether it's a boy or a girl. And I know, like, Bub and I have always felt like we just hope and pray that this is a healthy pregnancy and a healthy child. But you can't get away from the excitement of figuring out, like, whether it's a boy or girl. Like, we are so impatient when it comes to that fact.
I don't know how people wait till the end, like, and when they have the option.
They have the true amazing patience, those people. So in this video, we're going to get into exactly how we found out that it was boy or girl, and the other little things along the way. How I found out, how you found out, how we got confirmation on it, I guess you might say, again. So we'll do all that. But first we want to introduce you guys to some other special people in our life. Yeah, some assistants in this process. Guys, could you come over? First off, we want you to meet the big sister. Okay, this is Belle. How old are you?
4.
Yes, she's the biggest sister. Hey, Biddy!
Biddy, come here.
Come here.
Biddy.
Biddy!
Mommy's gonna,
Biddy, I have a brush.
Mommy's gonna
A
do your makeup.
big brush for you. Thank you, everyone. We have a big sister. Biggest sister and big sister. How old is Biddy?
She's 2.
She's 2. What are you gonna have? A little
Boy.
Yeah, a little boy. A little brother. Oh my gosh. How do you feel about that, hon?
Happy.
Happy?
And excited.
Are you guys gonna be in charge?
Oh, yeah, we are. We're going to be in charge of the
You're gonna be in charge of the baby? Are you gonna help with all the things and play with him?
You think you're gonna be old enough to change a diaper? No.
But I can help.
You can help? Okay.
Are you gonna teach him things? What are you most excited to teach him? The ABCs and 1, 2, 3s?
I see you.
Oh, baby will like that kind of stuff.
Thanks for watching. Goodbye, goodbye. May God watch over you.
That was beautiful.
That was so good.
But we're gonna have to get through this quick because we've got
I know.
2 4 and under roaming the makeup room right now. They're at large. Here's the way it went down. I took a blood test at 12 weeks.
Right.
And it was offered to me this time because I'm 35. I think in some doctor's offices, people may have the opportunity to take this test whenever, but this was the first time it had been offered to me. And so I said, yeah, I definitely want to take it. You're going to find out if your child has a likelihood of having like several different genetic abnormalities. So that was the important takeaway from that test. But then, of course, our doctor's like, and it'll also tell you if it's a boy or a girl. Do you want to find that out too? And we're like, yeah. And so
as soon as possible.
we took that test. It was the week before Easter, I remember, because we got to the Easter weekend knowing you have Good Friday, and a lot of people kind of take off the Monday after, and we're wondering, like, when will we know? They said a week, but I thought maybe it'll be later. Well, turns out that Monday I got a call. And it was one of the nurses there, and she said, we have the results of the test you took. I can't remember the exact name of the test, but y'all might be familiar with the different types. She said, we got great news. Everything looks good as far as, you know, the genetic testing that was done. Like, everything has come back normal. And I, like, breathed a huge sigh of relief. Like, that was incredible. And then she's like, so do you want to know if it's a boy or a girl? And I was just like, knowing that this is sort of not the most exciting way to find out. I mean, a lot of people would argue that the most exciting way to find out is at the birth of the baby, or maybe during an ultrasound, which is the way we found out with the other 2. But to be honest, this information like felt so big to me that to know it then, like, it would have made a big impact on me no matter what, I guess is what I'm trying to say. How do you feel about that?
No, I don't think that's that makes a whole lot of difference. We're both the type of people we want to know ASAP. We're not. Let's build up some suspense.
I don't need it.
Have balloons fly out of the box. We just like we want to know now.
We get our suspense from our TV shows, and then our lives. We just kind of want to know. So she told me, she's like, it's got this chromosome and that chromosome, and so I'm like, and that means that it's a boy. And that's what she said. She kind of filled in the blanks for me. I'm like, wow, oh my gosh. Like, she asked me what I thought it was before she told me. I said, I think it's a girl. And I think part of this is like, it took me a good hour for this to sink in, everybody, like the fact that this was a boy. My mom happened to be there that afternoon, and the girls were having lunch at this time, and I'd gone into the bedroom. I was having the call, and I come out and I was just like shocked, literally shocked, because I think when you have one child who's boy or girl, that's what you can visualize. That's what you know. When you have two that are like both boys or both girls, and feel free to sound off in the comments section if you felt this way too, but you are even more ingrained in thinking that it's that certain
It just felt
thing.
like a girl the whole time.
It's just, that's all we could really take in. As much as we were open, the only visualization we could really have in our minds was this, because this is all we've really been exposed to. It's like, maybe that's all we're destined to be as girl parents. When I got that word, like I was talking to Mom, I'm like, boy. It was like I was saying the word for the first time. It's like I was learning, like, what is a, like, boy, I'm picturing myself holding a boy, feeding a boy, like, wiping a boy. Like,
You're gonna have to learn some new anatomy.
It's just, there was so much falling on me in this moment, and it took me like a hot minute, as people would say, for this to be like, okay, what will I do with the boy? And I had this moment of real incompetence feeling, like, honestly, like, what am I, and I'm reliving the emotions, but like, what will I do? Like, I don't know how to be a boy mom. Like, there's all this, probably false fear just swirling in your mind, and you had it too.
I did.
Which is crazy because you are a boy. Tell your feelings, Bub, because I'm getting emotional.
I don't know what was it. I thought that there was going to be all this new pressure, having raised two girls, and you're doting on them, and all that stuff. And is that the same with the boys?
Right, you're thinking about the daddy-daughter relationship as being one way, and what is it like?
You think back to like those old TV shows where like, you pick up the girl and you give him a kiss, and then this little like 4-year-old boy, the dad like shakes his hand,
It's like, that's just
am I supposed to treat him different, or am I
like not you?
Right, it's not me at all.
You're very just like love on him. To back it up a bit, the way Bub found out then, he was at work, because this was Monday after Easter. You're at work, and I'm thinking now I've gotten through like this, oh my gosh, it's a boy, and now I'm like friggin' pumped. I mean, it didn't take me long to get to this point where I'm like, okay, it's a boy. Now all I can see is it being a boy. Like, isn't it funny how the gears change? And I'm like, how am I going to tell Bub? Because now I actually have the opportunity to do something cute. Because like when I told him I was pregnant, I like threw a test in his lap, and it was the most anticlimactic thing. And so... Sorry,
on
Bub.
Valentine's Day.
Sorry, Bub. And so I thought, I'm gonna take a tote bag. I didn't have time to like go out to the store and buy a boy onesie or something like that, show up at his office and be like, Bub! I got a tote bag and I filled it with all the blue toys I could find, like the Grover and the Cookie Monster and all that stuff. I think we have a clip of this. Okay guys, here's what's going down. I took a call earlier today from the doctor's office, and they said that it's a boy. We're having a boy, you guys. I can't believe it. It was crazy. I'm so excited. I cannot wait to see what this boy is like. Like, I'm so pumped. So Bub just gave me a call that he's on his way home. And, this wasn't the type of thing I could just like give him a quick text or a phone call about. And I thought, I gotta do something a little more well thought out. I gotta get it on camera too. So he has no idea that the test results are in. I filled a bag, a little tote bag with all the blue toys I could find. I'm just gonna be like, look at this bag of toys I found, and have him take them out, and then see if he can just put it all together that I know that it's a boy. And it'll be so much fun to get his reaction. I just want you to look in this bag and just take out what you find.
Let's see where this is going. Really?
Yeah.
Cookie.
Yeah.
Bunny.
Yeah.
We got Cookie.
Yeah.
Got a bird.
Yeah.
What are we seeing in common, guys? Another bird. What color is everything here?
Blue.
Does that mean that we're having a boy?
Yeah.
Are you guys gonna have a brother?
Yeah.
A healthy baby boy.
Healthy.
We're having a boy, bub. What do you think?
I'm excited. I can't wait. Are you gonna have a little brother? I'm excited. I'm trying to think of how it's all gonna be different. I did not think it was gonna be a boy.
It took a while to set it. It took a couple of days, I think.
I think it
before
took longer for you even.
Before I really could make it
Real?
real. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't begin to explain to you guys how excited and eager I am to get my hands on this child. Like, I am, part of it, Bub, might be the fact that this is our last one.
Right.
Probably.
Probably.
I feel like there are hard times raising a newborn. We have not had easy newborns. I think it might just be a myth, like a unicorn out there. But some people say they have easy babies.
It's not
We
something
haven't
you would
had
brag
that.
about if you-
There have been times like when both of them were so young, and I'm like with Belle, it was the breastfeeding struggle. With Biddy, it was like, gosh, can we get through a night here? Like no sleep and all this stuff, and you find yourself almost wishing away time, and you
Right.
find yourself thinking like, when can we get to that stage when this is not happening and this is not happening and this gets easier? You're just in this survival mode as a parent. And now, like, I've had this mentality ever since finding out I'm pregnant. Like, I am cherishing everything, and I really like. I feel like even in the hard days, I am going to feel like this may be the last time I hold a little newborn, and
Right.
like the baby is this small, and I'm probably just going to be an emotional basket case throughout this whole
All the time.
But I can't, like, I'm so eager to see his face. I can't, saying his and he is still a little bit strange, but like, this is such a blessing. And if we can have a little bub or anybody who has an ounce of him in him, like, I'm sorry. Biddy's like, why is mommy crying? Happy tears. I'm so thankful that God works in the ways he does, and I could not be more thrilled and more just eager and excited to experience life as not just a mother of girls, but a mother of a boy, and experience that kind of love that I think we're going to find is very similar to the girl love, you know,
sure.
but it's just going to be a different feel, and it's going to shake things up in our house.
You gotta clean next to Oh, Misty. No, it's really exciting. I can't wait to see those two with him. It's going to be the sweetest thing in the world.
I know,
They're
and
just going to go crazy over him.
also another thing, when Bub and I were really diving into this in a deep conversation one night, I'm like, also, when we're in those first 2 weeks of this child's life and we have had no sleep, we're just trying to get through it. We're gonna look back on what's he gonna grow up to be like? What are we gonna do? Like how are we gonna handle this and this and this and this that come up? And it's like, we're gonna laugh at ourselves for ever worrying about that, because we're just gonna be getting through the day to day and rolling with the punches and just going along with whatever this child needs and whatever, you know, they need, and all that, just responding to everything. I've been asked a few times from people, like, the intimidation of going from 2 to 3 kids. And somebody brought up a great point in a comment. It kind of put me at ease, and I really do see it this way. At the ages these girls are at, like, you can just see now, they're kind of like, instead of 1 and 2, they're like a unit in the way they play together and in the kinds of needs that they have. They're almost becoming more and more similar every day. Belle is incredibly, fascinatingly, for a 4-year-old, I would almost use the word maternal.
Yeah.
Like, she is very, very, like, caring, and I feel like she loves to guide, she likes to lead, she likes to to teach and share, and I'm really excited for the development of their life together and their friendship, but I don't think it will be maybe as hard as we think, because they've got a buddy playmate now.
Right.
Whereas when Biddy was born, you know, Belle was kind of like, remember we had up all those safety gates, like we don't hope she doesn't wander anywhere unsafe. Like it was just more like she really needed some attention and the baby really needed attention, and in a sense, not like we're gonna just leave them off to whatever happens to those girls happens, but they have each other in a sense to give that attention to, and they're a unit.
It's to the point now where they can maybe both be off in a room and we're not right there watching them, and you don't feel like something awful is going to happen or something like that.
Yeah, it's just a different level, and anytime you think about your life changing in a pregnancy, and you get yourself kind of set up for how it's going to be, just remember kids change so fast, and they develop and learn and grow so fast that the situation you're in today will be a different situation, you know, 6 months from now or 7 months from now.
They're going to age a ton.
So, anyway, guys, this has probably ended up way longer. I'm like, what are we going to talk about in this video? This is going to be nothing. I need to show the onesie. Okay, we're done. I'm so grateful to be in this place where we get to welcome another child into our life. It's the greatest gift. It's the biggest blessing. I thank God every night and every morning that I'm in this spot. For people who have messaged me also and said, I'm trying, you know, my husband and I are trying to have a baby, or we have just dealt with a terrible loss or miscarriage, and like, you're in my thoughts too. I'm really, like, I don't take for granted, you know, what's going on here.
We're very lucky.
And I don't just assume that everything is like gonna be perfect all the time or whatever. Like, every little tidbit of info that we receive that's like, things are going good, or this test came back good. Like, I don't just assume it's gonna be that way. Like, I don't try to have a pessimistic attitude. I try to have good faith and all, but I'm very grateful when we get, you know, bits of good information. And the other thing we haven't talked about yet is the most recent ultrasound that I had this past week, which was like a gender reveal type ultrasound at 16 weeks. I recorded the whole thing. He's a boy. It was confirmed. That was amazing. It was great to see an active baby in there, because you kind of, at this point in pregnancy, like, you don't feel the baby really a lot, you don't look especially pregnant, you don't have a ton of symptoms, and it's almost like, hey, is this still happening? Then you see this little bean in there just twisting around and sucking thumb and doing all this stuff. It's like, oh my gosh, it just does not stop being the most fascinating thing in the world when they can put a tool on your stomach and see that. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. I will probably be giving you a pregnancy update pretty soon here. Maybe in the next couple weeks. So again, if there are questions about how certain things have been going that we haven't mentioned, let me know. But we're just feeling very grateful at this stage in the game to know that things are going along smoothly, and we get to look forward to a little brother.
Can't wait. She asked the question, and it seemed like, what do you think?
On Instagram.
On Instagram. What do you think it's going to be, boy or girl? And it was probably 75% boy guesses.
Yeah, there are a lot of people who are curious to see what a little boy would be like, and I mean, we're beside ourselves. This is going to be great, and I can't wait to put this. This looks small, bub.
It does. It's tiny.
Am I going to have a little boy with you that's going to fit into this? I'm not sure.
Might be busting out.
Might be. Anyways, I think we got some things going down over there in the corner of the room we need to respond to. So, thank you again, everybody. See you soon. Bye.
See you soon. Love time.
Love time.